Welcome to Have You Read It, the channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Today, we're diving into American Sketches, a collection of essays and profiles by Walter Isaacson, spanning his impressive career in journalism and biography. This isn't a single narrative, but rather a tapestry of insights into the lives and minds of some of the most influential figures of our time, from Benjamin Franklin to Bill Gates, alongside reflections on leadership, creativity, and the ever-evolving world of technology and media. Isaacson kicks things off by sharing his own so-called writing life. He confesses that as a journalist turned biographer, he doesn't quite fit the mold of the traditional writer. He's fascinated by people, how they think, create, and shape history. He stresses the importance of storytelling, inspired by the likes of Walker Percy, and emphasizes that capturing history through individuals, as Time magazine's founder Henry Luce advocated, is a powerful way to convey lessons and values. His early days at the States item, the Sunday Times of London, and Time taught him invaluable lessons about getting people to talk, about balancing sympathy with journalistic integrity, and about the power of obscure facts and colorful details in crafting compelling narratives. His work on The Wise Men with Evan Thomas cemented his appreciation for archival research combined with journalistic legwork, an approach he refined while writing his Kissinger biography. He also recounts humorous and insightful anecdotes about his interactions with figures like Bill Clinton and Woody Allen. A recurring theme throughout the book is Isaacson's interest in creativity. He clarifies that creativity isn't simply about being smart, but about possessing imagination, the ability to make mental leaps and see things differently, as exemplified by Einstein's revolutionary ideas. The first section of the book focuses on Franklin and other founders. Isaacson highlights Franklin's pragmatic approach to leadership, his humility, and his ability to unite people with differing opinions. He emphasizes Franklin's civic leadership creed, best captured in the motto he penned for the Library Company of Philadelphia: "To pour forth benefits for the common good is divine." Isaacson also examines the religious beliefs of the founders, particularly Jefferson and Franklin, and their approach to incorporating those beliefs into founding documents like the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. He emphasizes their careful avoidance of using God as a political wedge issue. He explores how the founders, particularly Franklin, were masters of compromise and balance, especially in crafting the Constitution, although they failed when it came to slavery. Moving on to statecraft, Isaacson provides portraits of various key figures, starting with George Bundy, a symbol of intellectual brilliance applied to the Vietnam War, a war where brilliance without wisdom led to disaster. Then comes Kissinger, a brilliant realist whose approach to foreign policy Isaacson both admires and critiques. He lauds Kissinger's grasp of global power balances, but questions his disregard for the moral underpinnings of American democracy. He contrasts this with James Baker, another skilled statesman who Isaacson hopes will be remembered for wisdom rather than political maneuvering. He also offers a glimpse into Madeleine Albright's pragmatic idealism during Madeleine's War in Kosovo, and contrasts it with Colin Powell's honorable but ultimately unsuccessful attempt to inject realism into the Bush administration's approach to Iraq. Finally, he looks at George Tenet, whose instinct to please rather than challenge authority figures led to difficulties. Isaacson's reflections on Reagan and Gorbachev reveal a fascinating dynamic between two seemingly opposing figures. He discusses Reagan's surprise willingness to pursue arms control and his almost naive optimism about converting Gorbachev to a more American way of thinking. He captures the surprising shift in American foreign policy as Gorbachev's new thinking began to reshape the global landscape, forcing the United States to react rather than initiate. Turning to the Clintons, Isaacson reviews the memoirs of Hillary Clinton and Sidney Blumenthal, highlighting their shared belief in a vast right-wing conspiracy against the president. He notes the evolution of White House memoirs, from the deferential accounts of earlier eras to the more aggressive and score-settling tone of recent offerings. He also analyzes Bill Clinton's memoir, My Life, noting its Oprah-esque mix of self-righteousness and self-awareness, a reflection of the indulgent and undisciplined 1990s. In the realm of technology, Isaacson explores the enigmatic personality of Bill Gates, whose analytic brilliance is combined with an emotional distance. He paints a detailed portrait of Gates, from his rebellious childhood to his creation of Microsoft, highlighting his intense competitiveness and the challenges he faced as the digital age transitioned to an internet-centered world. He also profiles Andrew Grove, whose leadership at Intel made Moore's Law a reality, and reflects on the broader implications of the microchip and the digital revolution for the economy and society. He emphasizes the importance of nurturing rebels like Einstein and Gates if a society hopes to maintain a competitive edge. He also explores the challenges of a networked world, the need to protect privacy, and the coming biotechnology revolution. He makes the case for why the digital age will be followed by the biotech age, with its potential for medical miracles and moral dilemmas. Isaacson concludes by pondering how writers can make a living in a digital age where content can be freely replicated. He advocates for new business models, including micropayments, to ensure that creators of intellectual property can be fairly compensated. He celebrates the value of journalism, particularly in a networked world where information flows freely, and he sees it as a noble endeavor that can empower, liberate, and inform. He returns to New Orleans after Katrina, his hometown, and chronicles its slow but soulful revival. He sees in the city's recovery a reflection of his belief in the power of community, the importance of preserving cultural heritage, and the potential for new creativity to blossom from the ashes of disaster. He highlights the work of individuals like Scott Cowan and Sarah Usdin, who embody the city's resilient spirit and its capacity for reinvention. He champions the role of education reform in the city's revitalization, noting the influx of talented educators and entrepreneurs drawn to the challenge of creating a new kind of school system. He concludes with reflections on Louis Armstrong, another product of New Orleans' unique cultural mix, as a symbol of the city's enduring creativity and its ability to transcend tribalism. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.